what's up? It's Kathy, and I'm back with another process video, and this one is for the JustNick cut file shop, and I'm using the half shell background 2 cut file, and it definitely is reminiscent of eggs. I assume that's what it's supposed to be because it says half shell, so that's what I'm interpreting it as. So I'm using it for an Easter layout. I don't do a lot of Easter layouts because I don't take a lot of pictures over Easter as compared to other holidays, but I did have some that I wanted to scrap, and it was just some pictures of my son and daughter a few years ago when they were over at their great-grandparents' house looking through their Easter baskets and having a little Easter egg hunt and stuff like that. So I cut it out in white cardstock and then put quite a few different collections, quite honestly. Some from Paige Evans' Turn the Page 6x6, Little by Little Chamel 6x6, and some from my stash that were an older Dear Lizzie. I really don't remember the name of it. I think it's not Saturday. It was in the collection after that. I don't know if it was like Oh Happy Day or something like that. That collection. And then just a little bit from like random places. I have some of like a Pebbles paper that has like macarons and teacups and stuff like that on it. So I used it as well, and as well as some solid papers. And I just put back to several different pieces with the same color paper, just so that it wasn't so pattern heavy, because it would be if every single one was different. I put it on the back of this polka dot paper. It's black and white polka dots, but then not all the polka dots are black and white, or are black. Some of them are colored, and I think it's from Paige Evans' Oh My Heart, I believe. And I really struggled with which background paper I was going to use, because I had another one that was like a blue older Dear Lizzie one, and I couldn't decide which one, but I think this was the right choice in the end, personally. I didn't show the other one. I don't know. I was doing it off screen and just looking, and usually once I make my decision, I don't bother going back on it, because I'll be there forever. So I put the cut file not perfectly straight on the layout. I wanted it to be a little tilted. I backed my photos with that plaid paper that you saw that was green. It's just kind of peeking through behind the photos, and it's actually from Michael's. And then this floral paper is a 6x6 paper from Turn the Page, and it's really pretty and has quite a few good spring kind of colors in it as well. And so the big thing is, when I do a lot of these layouts, I don't really think about where I'm going to put the photos. And originally I was like, well, I should put them right in the middle, because they're kind of facing each other and stuff like that. And then I realized I've done that before, and maybe I should do something different. And as you can see, those stickers that I just took one off, that little raccoon that's in the teacup, I believe they're from Pebbles, from some, I'm not sure, even sure the line that they're from, and they are clear. They are see-through. So whenever I have see-through stickers, but I'm not using them, but I'm using them on something busy like this, I will stick them on white cardstock and then just cut them out. So that's what I did. And then the little bird I cut out as well, and the snail. That way there was some yellow going on both sides. I have no issue putting a purple teacup by my son, because you can see the shirt he's wearing is all kinds of bright, fun colors. I could have put the rabbit by him, but I liked the idea of the raccoon being over there. So the chipboard is from Turn the Page, and I just thought the florals would be nice with the other little kind of stickers pieces that I had created. So now I'm debating, like, do I do it that way where they're going across, or do I do it where one's up and one's down? And I just can't, I don't know, I just could not decide, because I liked them both ways, but I just was kind of worried about doing the same old thing again, I guess. It's kind of a go-to for me to just do like a background cut file and then just put photos in the middle and be like, ah, done. Embellish both sides and we're done. So I decided not to do that, as you can see. So I'm going to put hers up top and I'm going to put his down below, and there's colors over by them that kind of match and look really well together. And so I am going to embellish around both photos, but still separately. I'm popping some of the embellishments up on pop dots because the entire background cut file is propped up on fun foam, so it does have dimension. And I'm just going to kind of make these little clusters, and I'm not going to do a whole lot of embellishing past this, besides things like enamel dots and stuff like that. And that's just because there's already so much going on. It really doesn't need it. But also, I don't have a lot of Easter type embellishments. It's not something I purchase a lot of, so I just don't have a lot in stock anyway. So I just decided to grab some fun spring products that I liked. I had gotten some new stuff, and those hearts that are from, what is it? It's Pinkfresh Studio, but it's not from a collection. I think it's just kind of like an everyday, like, could add it to anything, and you totally can, because that's what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, those little trees, they're so cute. I thought they were perfect. Little addition in there. And because there's some gold in the papers, in some of the papers from the Paige Evans one, now there's a little bit more gold going on, but I'm not going to bring in a whole bunch of gold other than that. And then I decided to take these little hearts, and I'm going to fiddle around with where they go. But the main point of them was I kind of color blocked them with background papers that had that color in it or matched, you know, just kind of like blended in a little bit, I guess. But I have to make sure that I have them in the right spot because I still have to put a title in, so I don't want them to cover up where a title might go. But I just kind of thought this was like a cute idea to incorporate them, but have them not overly taking up space or being really noticeable. They're almost kind of hidden in a way. It's March break here, so if you hear a bunch of noise, that's just my entire family home while I try to do this. So I really like how that turned out, and I'm going to use some wooden buttons, and this is from another Pinkfresh Studio line, but this is actually from a line, I think it's called BU. Is that what it says up there? Yeah. I just wanted to do some more in the way of like enamel dots and that type of thing, because I wasn't going to do a whole lot of ink splatters. I do a little bit, but not a ton of them, because it's not necessary. And a background like this, like a paper, like a layout like this, it could go really wrong really quickly with doing that kind of, doing that ink splatter, because stuff's going to go down below, where there's a dimension and stuff like that, and I just don't want to end up with that, like with it everywhere. So I was deciding what kind of font, typeface, thickers, whatever you want to call them, I wanted to use, and I ended up going with more Paige Evans stuff. And I think it's from the Oh My Heart ones, and they're the multicolored ones, and I'm only going to use certain types. Like, I don't want that bright pink because that pink doesn't match, that fuchsia does not match what I'm doing, but the purples and all the other colors match well. So I'm going to write Hoppy Easter because I could not think of a title, and I didn't want to use a whole bunch of like E's and stuff like that, because our Easter's already so many E's. So the picture at the end, when I show you the pictures, might be slightly different because my youngest, Reese, got into my craft room and I didn't know that, and he took stuff off of this layout, and he came running down the hall with some of those wooden button stickers, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what did you do? And I went in, and thankfully that's about all he did. He moved some of the die cuts, and I was able to put them back, but I was panicked a little. So here's the fun part of, I didn't really think through where the title's going to go. So where is the title going to go? And it actually fits in quite well up in that middle section. I'm just going to move it up a little bit further. But but it actually fit in quite well there. So I was surprised. It kind of all came together fairly easily, and the title then connects the photos because it's almost like an arrow or like a kind of like a sideways S, I guess, going from one to the other. And this is I really love the colors. It's just so bright and cheerful and fun, and it makes me really happy. So I always love doing a layout like this that I'm not sure about at the beginning, but then at the end I'm just really super happy with. So I can't remember what color I use. Oh, I think it's seafoam. And that is about it. So yeah, pictures are coming up, and I will see you in the next video. So yeah, bye.